It looks nice from along this side.
Yeah.
It looks cool. Yeah.
Take a quick bio break.
No worries. That's how it is for everybody these days.
Yeah. Hi, Angela. It's nice to see you again.
Nice seeing you too.
So are you guys in the same area?
About an hour and a half apart. He's in Berkeley area, Berkeley, California, and we're in Elk Grove.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Excuse our jet lag. I just got in late last night from Florida, so flying across country, you know.
No worries. So, again, sorry you guys didn't make it past, the last round, but I definitely want you to know that the merchant and the VP were very interested in the product.
Mm-hmm.
They just feel like we got to work some stuff out, get these ratings done, try to get some cost out.
Mm-hmm.
And then he thinks that there's definitely a place on the shelf for this product in the areas in the country where it makes sense. So just wanted to kind of talk through where you guys are in more detail with the ratings process for both Miami-Dade and the fire ratings.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe go into a little bit more detail about your current suppliers for the hardboard and then the spraying that you're doing with the coating. So let's start with the ratings. So can you guys give me some background on where you are, what you've done?
Sure. Let me get into it. First, totally appreciate it. We're extremely excited, and we'll take you guys help lead. You're the master retailer. We got an awesome product. We're awesome people. Like I said, we just got to tighten up some things, and then we work together. We'll have a home run. We'll just have a home run. So the ratings, we're in communication right now with the Miami-Dade folks in Doral, and we're setting up appointments for the next few months. I don't know exactly, Barrett, they say it takes about a month process to get everything done.
They were going to get back to me on it and tell me exactly how long it was going to take.
Okay, we'll have answers for you this week. And what we found out, they do everything at once. It's not like, we get a fire rating from a different company and we get hurricane proofing from them. They do it all at once, and impact resistance, of course, and all that. So I'll get you the answers on exactly how long this will take. And we want to push this as fast as possible for the hurricane proofing and the fire rating. That's about it with them. We'll just have the answers this week. Very simple. Yeah, it's really like your other assistant or your other team member said. You kind of know what's going on, Angela. You just got to pay them the money and go through the process. Yep, that's it. Mm-hmm. And now that we have extreme interest with Lowe's, we're pushing that process a lot sooner, because that's a certain grade that looks like you guys are looking for right now is the hurricane proofing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead, Matt. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. And then a little bit further down the road, we will also be pursuing a security rating for a security rated product that meets specific time against different incursion type ratings and so forth.
So does that mean you're developing new product as well, or you just want to be able to apply that rating to the current bullboard product?
Both. When we get into the actual certification there, we're looking into what the market requirements are for different security ratings, and depending on what our current products, which are sort of more aimed at the hurricane, how those spec out, we may do a tweaked product to hit specific security ratings. But that's obviously a bit of an iterative process.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about material supply, and current manufacturing. So can you talk me through kind of first step to final product, how you guys are making it?
Yeah. Currently, we're dealing with a couple small suppliers here in the West Coast, very small down in LA, with two different boards. The hardboard is the best for what we're doing, and another product for something else for construction. I don't think Lowe's is interested yet. Let's focus on this one. It's up to you though, but I'm just saying, on a very small scale. This is where, okay, so we buy in sheets. And then within Huntington Beach, that's where our one of our factories is located right now. And you saw a video of our guys spraying. So that's just it's that's expensive to spray like that. We've got other ways we're gonna spray on a more mass production, so to get the cost down. And and the polyurea is from the Carlisle group. And we've got one of the big wigs that's kind of partnering with us. They love what we're doing. They see the potential, and they gave us a pretty good deal. Of course, the cost will go down as the more that we order. We buy the sheets down right now in LA, and I know that your distribution centers and everything, you're thinking about the Southeast. So we've got another factory that's up and running in Arkansas for other things that they're already slated to spray, but they'll shut it down and have it for us. So we're thinking Arkansas would be a good place. Anyway, I'm jumping around.
No, you're fine.
We buy the board in LA area, we spray it in LA area, and then we have it here in the California for our distribution here. If you can't sell in your backyard, you're not going to sell anywhere else. And we get the polyurea from the Carlisle group, and that's the basics of it there. We would love, I don't know how Lowe's does it, so the team and I were talking like, well, they got the hardboard, they've got the company, maybe they can introduce us to the company and we can buy from them at a lower cost, hence making Lowe's more money as well. So that drives the cost down as well. I don't know if Lowe's has a partner in polyurea. The Carlisle group is pretty big. We like working with them. There's two other manufacturers of polyurea, and they're extremely expensive. This past year, it's been a great partnership with them. So if you guys see something different that we don't, we'll definitely entertain it as well. But that hardboard, we love the hardboard manufacturer you guys have. Looks like it comes out of Brazil. So if there would be an introduction there, that'd be great.
Is it DPI that does the hardboard today?
I don't know the name of the company. I'll look it up. I'll look it up and email it to you. Yeah.
Okay. So, supposing we can't help with the hardboard, which I don't think that we won't be able to. I think that'll definitely be a home run that we can help with.
Okay.
Would you be able to price out the product, I guess, based on volume? Like if we were to buy this much from you, you'd be able to get your sprayers and factories down to this price. I want to see how
the levels.
What we can do from a cost perspective.
Yep.
In the meantime, I actually have a meeting with Jesse tomorrow, who's the merchant.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to ask him about a contact for hardboard. I might have to go through the wall panel vendor versus through one of his, but I support that team as well.
Okay. Yeah. In our product roadmap, I'll say, hey, we got this product roadmap and we've got projections as well. So we'd love to sell 1 million units a month. We got to start small, and this is how we did it. But we've got 3 levels, and we'll email them to you in the next few days. But basically, it's the hand spray right now. Then we've got a mechanical arm, and then we've got actual the mechanical arm with I call it the Krispy Kreme effect. We just kind of throw in the slates, and then and those machines we're dealing with a company called Styles manufacturer. They make all the huge spray machines from, I mean, gigantic. All the cabinets that the cabinets that you have that are sprayed, they come from Styles. And we're dealing with the sales engineer on reconfiguring, because polyurea is a special little technology. Okay, the great thing about polyurea, it dries within 6 to 10 seconds, and it cures in 6 hours. But it's hard as a rock about 10 seconds after. The bad thing about polyurea, it dries within 6 to 10 seconds. So the conversion on these machines. So that's where you're going to see the different levels. And I'm thinking the way it's going to go, if I was Lowe's, I'd be like, okay, great product. Let's test it out. And markets and stuff like that. And then we'll see how much we believe the projections can be. And then we jump from the hand spraying all the way just to the machines. Because the machines to get and convert and put in our factory would probably take, let me go really high, 2 months. And we can just start on mass production.
We'll do a spreadsheet that embeds the assumptions at the different manufacturing levels,
right,
so that you can actually start playing around with that and get a pretty good idea of what it looks like at different volume.
Yeah, I like that. Thank you. And Angela, you brought it up, and I'm glad you did, because it reminded me. Can you go through the 3 different levels of board that you put in the sheet? I think there's like a basic, standard, premium.
Mm-hmm.
What the differences are?
Now when you're saying about the board or the grade levels?
That's just the grade level. So basically, it's just the thickness of the polyurea
Gotcha.
on those boards.
Mm-hmm.
I can't recall if you call out the thickness in the sheet, but just for my knowledge, can you tell me the different thicknesses for each?
Matt, if you want to answer that.
Well, I'm seeing you sent me those figures, but it's the it's just the mils on the.
Right.
I don't know if I have that
here
right in front of me.
Okay, it's basically you have the thickness, and we go in by mils. The basic grade is, Barrett, correct me if I'm wrong, 40 mils on the basic.
Well, it's based on the spray.
Right.
So I think it's like 12, 24. Oh, you mean on each side?
Well, total. Yeah, on each side with total.
So it's going to be like 30, 40, and 60 or something like that.
I think it's a little more. Yeah, you're right on the mils. Okay, so you've got the basics of a 40 mil spec. At 40 mils, meaning we sprayed 20 on one side, 20 on the other side. Then you've got the 60, and then when we call it hurricane grade right now because it's not proved. You're anywhere from 80 to 120. What we're going to do the hurricane grade. So you got 40, 60, and 80 to 120 in the mils.
Okay. So when you go through Durrell for this testing, are you going to have them test all 3 versions to see like what kind of rating you can get away with on the 40 and 60? Because I know there's
Yes.
Miami-Dade, but then there's also like the HVAC. There's like
Right.
1,000 levels of code in Florida. It's insane.
Yes, that's where when we were talking to them, we're like, trying to figure out the cost, and he was telling us, well, it could be anywhere from 20 to 100 grand, because all the different types of testing. I want to get the different types. I need stamp of approval from this company on the different grades. It's important to people. We do want hurricane proofing, period. That might be 120 mils. That'll justify a certain cost because that's more material. Or no, this like you said, HVAC, it's at a grade of 45 mils. It's perfect. Oh, great. Okay, so we can justify the lower cost on that as well. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And if you could please email me on what you guys are looking for too, because I want to be on the same page. We might want to do the HVAC and hurricane proofing. Be like, no, that's cool, but we want to look at this too, because we want this. We want our customers and our stores to look for these type of grades, or these kind of certificates. That would really be appreciated.
Okay. The brackets that you were talking about,
Right.
is that something you said you could offer because they're unique?
Yeah, well, Matt really enjoys this part, so I'm gonna have him explain, but I'm gonna show you, I've got a little demo here just to show you the brackets. At the end of the day, they're steel plates that you guys already sell, right? And that's another manufacturer that we could, and we cut them in certain lengths to fasten down a better way than the FEMA or the HUD way. And so, hold on one second. If you can see right here, this is a makeshift, like a window sill. Okay, so this is fastened on moldboard. We drilled right through it, and this is the so this is a window, and we put the moldboard on the outside, and then we fasten it from the inside without ruining the drywall or anything like that. So these are steel plates that are coated, and here's some just simple carriage bolts. We've got this way. This is the emergency services part. But a little cat out of the bag for, well, when I say future, we're talking this next new year, where custom made hurricane proof for your home or your building. So this is how we see it. The Lowe's customer service, or how it works, they're your service providers. They measure out all the windows, or we get specs on the windows, and we customize the hurricane proof packet for them. And outside of the home, it's pre-built, not like the shutters. And this is not me saying, it's everyone's saying shutters are ugly, they're permanent, and it's just, it's very, very expensive. So what we'll do is we will install these brackets outside of the home on a couple different fronts with certain clip-on clamps. Not that you've seen already, like the claw clamps. No, it kind of looks like crown molding on the outside. Looks like part of the home, and neodymium magnets, or with neodymium magnets. So now you've got this package inside your home. It's all numbered, so when a hurricane does come, you just take out and just start click, 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 click on your windows and doors. Then you got a hurricane-proofed home. God forbid the hurricane comes to your house, and then after you're done, you pry them off and put them back in your garage. And another thing we found out, we called insurance companies. I've got USAA. Like I said, I work in the insurance fire industry, and virtually every single insurance company has, they cut your premiums down if you have hurricane-proof paneling. So there's a little more customization down the road too for these fasteners. But right now we've got these steel fasteners, and I'm with the company, I forgot the name of it. It's in Oregon. I just talked to her this morning too. But again, that's another manufacturer that you guys have that, has the steel and the carriage bolts that you can drive the cost down and make more money on that end. The key thing for the fasteners is, you've got the construction team. They can get in there and get the plywood. They know exactly where to go to shop for this stuff and quickly, board up. For the simpleton that, mama and papa, they just want to, what do I do? Here's a whole package. Here's a whole package. Here's everything for you. Everything's packaged in the fasteners as well. Like I said, a QR code on a how-to, very simple. And you just take it home, and like I said, emergency services, or a hurricane coming, or a storm, or something happened with a broken window or a fire. Simple. And it's, from what I've seen, I did the numbers on the fasteners, it's not much more. So even the construction teams that know exactly what they're doing, these fasteners are way, way better, and they can reuse them than the FEMA way of just one 2x4 going across a window or a door, and wasting money that end.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So do you guys have any specific questions for me, just off the top of your head? I know you want some specs, you know, what we are looking to have in the stores.
Yeah, you know, I know everyone has those same questions and stuff like that. We're assuming you guys want it in the southeast, you know, the Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Florida, North and South Carolinas, all that stuff, and maybe Tornado Alley. See where that goes, you know, and it might expand to other things because there's things. But anyway, we can kind of guess ourselves because, you know, we're marketing and sales. We can, our assumptions are there. You know, I don't know how you guys work it in steps. Like, okay, hey, you got everything we want. Great. We want to put it in 5 or 10 stores. We want 100 panels in each store and see how it goes with your marketing team. And then, you know, you guys test out what's going on what sells, what's not selling. That kind of process. How is your process like that? And what are we looking at as far as the day we have what you're looking for? Like, okay, this is pretty much exactly, or this is exactly what we want. Here are the next steps, what we're doing. Here's this timeline. It takes us 6 months to figure everything out, 3 months. We don't know.
Yeah, it definitely varies.
Right.
So there's a lot of initial setup. So you have to get set up as a vendor,
Mm-hmm.
get a vendor number, sign a master buying agreement. Let's see what else. There's some sort of, it's called Zycus. It's some sort of vendor registration. You have to do that. You have to go through and get your items set up, which is a very tedious process from what I hear.
Right.
So usually people use a company called Syndigo,
Mm-hmm.
and you set up your G10, which is also like your barcode, and then you fill out
Right.
all your spec information, all your marketing attributes, and then it gets fed into our system. So that's something that has to take place. Once you get all the ratings and stuff, we'll probably want to do some testing on our end. Transit testing, might take it to the QA lab, beat it up a little bit,
Right.
figure out, likely with the 4x8 sheets, I know for wall panels, we usually bring them in stacks of 25.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember, they may be able to take 2 stacks at a time in one slot. I can't recall.
As far as placement in your store, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Okay.
usually
yeah.
like we'll have, you know, the underneath of like the bay. I feel like 2 master cartons will fit in there, so maybe like 50 sheets. And then we would probably just run a channel analysis to see if it makes sense to put it in the FDC, which is a flatbed distribution center, which is where we put our larger products.
I saw that. Mm-hmm.
So either you could ship it there, or we could pick it up and ship it ourselves, and then it sits in the FDC, and then as product is needed in the store, it gets pushed to the store.
Mm-hmm.
We could look at a store direct program. Your larger sheets cannot go in our direct fulfillment center,
Right.
which we call DFC, but maybe the 4x4 panels could, and we could get those on sooner than later just to see what kind of online sales we get out of that.
Yep.
In terms of the 4x8 special order, we'd have to figure that out because we wouldn't be able to parcel ship those.
Right.
It might be one of those things where they have to get shipped to the store, and then a customer would have to get a truck to pick them up and take.
Mm-hmm.
So there's lots and lots of things that have to happen.
Good.
But,
Understood. Well,
I'm gonna talk to Jesse tomorrow and see if he wants to maybe meet with you again with dedicated time, where we're not limited to that painful 10 minutes. It was so awful, and I'm so sorry.
no, it's okay. It's okay.
It was very messy, and I'm gonna give feedback for them for next time they do that.
Right. We enjoyed it. It was cool. And we're here. That's all we cared about. We're here. This is awesome. Thank God, man. And, you know, the thing on our end, clearly, We'll tell you exactly what we can do, exactly what we can't. Okay,
Yep.
we see this as a partnership, and you're our big brother. You know, lead the way. You know, within reason. We're our company. It's our company too, but you want us to be just as successful. You know, we all want to make money together and do it right. Make sure our clients are happy, our customers are happy. The neat thing is, because we're a diamond in the rough, you can help us grow in this certain. Like, we're not stuck in Arkansas. We have to only there, and all our money's wrapped up in there. Like, wow, okay, but our cost factor for the distribution is going to cost more. You know, all that stuff. So like, we can figure this out together. And like, hey, Angelo, after we become even more friendly, like, dude, we need to put this stuff in the Panhandle of Florida. That's perfect for distribution to all these other different states. We'll figure out a factory over there. So there's flexibility on our end a lot because, of course, we got Lowe's. You know, we want to make sure we're successful. And again, I'll tell you all the time, we're excited. But again, we want to make sure it's right. I'll get you those answers this week. And hopefully we can meet up with Jackie. Jesse, when you guys have more time. And, you know, just let us know. And Matt, do you have any questions?
Yeah, actually, I wondered if there was a getting started or equivalent document for the Lowe's EDI, because that's something that I'll be looking into. Certainly, we can. You know, my normal day life is heavily focused on technical integrations, so that's something that we're able to do. So just if I get a chance to ingest that, I'll make sure that there's no bumps in the road, but that should be smooth.
So I believe you need a vendor number first, but we have a website called Lowe's Link,
Mm-hmm.
and that is what the vendors use to access information like that.
Okay.
All of our shipping guidelines. It is literally a plethora of information. So let me talk to my manager, who was kind of leading the way on the making it with Lowe's, and make sure I'm not jumping the gun by go ahead and getting you guys started with the vendor setup process, so we can at least get you a VBU and allow you to have access to that.
Okay.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll check with Darren. I should be able to let you know, before the end of the week, whether or not we can start that process now.
Gotcha, understood. And then, so yeah, the 3 questions you had, exclusivity, definitely we can discuss that. Absolutely. Especially your locations, it's, you're pretty heavy. I mean, you're heavy everywhere, but in the whole, I see this whole South and Northeast, so that's great for us. The brackets, product roadmap, we've got products. We'll have what you're looking for right now, and we'll just tighten it up and get you answers again on the hurricane proofing and fire rating. And patent. Like I said, I looked into both. Yeah, I looked into both. And okay, trademark is the best to start off with. Definitely you want a patent. And we're figuring out, we're going to get with an attorney on which is better, patenting the actual product or the process. So that, I'm not an attorney, it's just there's both ways, because the process, we're inventing new stuff to make this product. So if we, it behooves all of us to patent the process opposed to the technology, because at the end of the day, you're taking a spray and spraying a board on it, and it gets hard. But how are you doing that? There's a difference. There's a key difference. Because in the polyurea, not to get real detailed, but just what I said, I keep saying it's technology. It's technology. There's so many different grades. Not so many different grades. Yeah, okay, just so many different types of polyurea that, okay, so if we're using H12-Z2, somebody else can use H1-2ZD3, and that's it. So, but the process is different, So yeah, definitely we're gonna patent it. Our trademark should be done in the next couple months. It's just a time thing right now. We did a worldwide search for Bullboard. It's good to go. We're doing the trademark for America, and then of course after that we're gonna try to get into international as well. That's
Nice.
it.
Okay. Well, if you guys don't have any other questions at this moment, I can't think of any myself, but I should have more information tomorrow after I speak with Jesse.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, email me, and then Barrett's listening in. He's in charge of productions, and he's speaking to the Miami-Dade team about all the fire ratings. So that he's on fire with that. Now we're gonna move quick on that for you
Okay,
and get you more information. Perfect.
Okay, great.
Thank you,
Well,
thank
it was nice to meet you, Matt. It was good to see you again, Angela. Have
Likewise.
a good afternoon.
You too. Likewise. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
I just